Hello and welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
Very exciting show today. Things are falling down already. Michael Mandel, also at Double Talk. And we're going to do the Bellini today. I'm supposed to be making Bellinis this weekend, so I wanted to test things. There's many things we're working against.
Oh.
It's not white peach season.
Okay.
So we have to work with what we have.
It's not any peach season, unless
Well,
it's in a
true.
can
That's true.
or frozen.
Or maybe it's from Australia. So we're going to try to do this. We'd use 1.5 ounces of some kind of peachy thing. This is a peach nectar. It's kerns, so it's close to reality.
It's just sweet peach juice.
The sad part is, first place I ever had a Bellini was in Venice, which is known for they invented it, and now Venice is underwater.
Yes, they're experiencing floods again.
Yes.
The worst they've had since the 60s, I believe.
So
Yeah.
Okay, this can't be pointed at people. Then again, I think it's a twist-off cap. It's a twist-off.
It's a twist-off.
God. Okay.
Nothing but the finest for our show.
Yes, that's true. So we do about 3 ounces of the Prosecco,
That's Cupcake brand Prosecco,
which
sparkling wine.
is pretty much as cheap as you can get while being good.
While being
Maybe.
acceptable.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
So you pour down this so that the bubbles stay in.
Try not to smash
the
more bubbles than
bubbles.
necessary.
Okay, we're going to try it with one of the recipes, and I guess we could
Oh,
do it
okay.
this way. It
Or they'll just strain it right into a glass.
might get all yucky. Okay, move my glass closer to yours so I don't have to.
There you go.
Yeah. Because I'm guessing the peach will all be on the bottom anyway.
Most likely. But it's mostly juice. There's really no
it's
pulp.
mostly Prosecco.
Prosecco and a little bit of, because of the nectar has no pulp in it. This is what we're going to have to strain after the break.
Strain one. So that'll be the exciting one. And we'll do a float. We've been using this peach schnapps already on the show, so I figured that's why it's
Might as well keep
theme.
going.
And it's supposed to have about a little bit of a float.
Just a wee bit on top for a bit of essence. This is
That
the
should
only.
do it.
This is the only. You sure that's enough? Well, we'll taste it and find out. This is the only alcohol that's in this drink, except for the Prosecco.
Prosecco is about 10-11% alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit more brandy wouldn't hurt it. Vodka wouldn't hurt it either.
Remy? Did you say Remy?
Remy? No, Remy would be great if they make peach.
Well, you have to remember, some people like peach, some people like booze. We like booze.
So anyway,
It's not supposed
cheers.
to have ice cubes, but
Well, this is chilled, and that's
it's
good.
chilled.
And I was noticing in Friday's newspapers,
Okay, that's not bad.
in the Sun
That's
News,
pretty good.
it's good. There's a big article about how Gannett, the big publishing company of newspapers like USA Today, is merging with New Media Investment, another giant media company. And Gannett, of course, as we know, owns, besides USA Today, about 150 other newspapers, including the El Paso Times and the Las Cruces Sun News. But nowhere in this article in the Sun News does it mention the fact that the Sun News is owned by Gannett.
Well, we don't want to,
No disclosure.
We don't want to prejudice the readers, and who knows. So Rennie Henderson, who used to work for Sun News, got transferred to someplace in Florida to a different company. Now Gannett owns both companies.
Yes,
so it's kind of interesting.
We're having less and less media outlets in this country owned by less and less
and people
companies.
keep bemoaning the loss of the small newspapers.
Yes.
Hundreds of small newspapers go out of business. It's the only way you can find out what's happening in
Yes.
your town.
Well,
otherwise it's tweeting.
They intend to increase their digital platforms because they know that these are going away.
Right.
Yes.
But you could do that on a small level too. People do little blogs and things too, but
Yes.
then nobody's fact checking. So you could say anything you want and then you repeat it. And
Enough times.
If you source it, it looks like it's official.
Yeah, like Fox News.
Not like us. We back up everything we read by asking each other if we're right.
And we backed it up with our own opinions.
Yes, as well as it's our own opinion.
Now we were not on the air last week, so we've had a week off, And since that time, we had an election in town. And
It's been big.
Our incumbent mayor, Ken Miyagishima, got reelected for the
Fifth time?
Fifth time.
I think it's fifth time.
Yes.
Now people are campaigning for term limits. They've always have. But, you know, I wouldn't say he was my first choice, but he's been okay.
He's been a decent mayor.
Interestingly enough, he waited until he got back in before he agreed with our raising the minimum wage.
And we're going to be getting to that.
I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that was kind of strategic.
Yeah, it was strategic. He didn't want to scotch his chances.
Yeah.
Now, he, along with the city council members who were elected, they are going to be inaugurated December 30th, and they take office
January 1st?
January 1st, although they're off that day. But
Wait, what happens on December 31st? It's like, if
It's
they're
a holiday.
inaugurated on the 30th, then you got December 31st, which is
it's a
New
limbo
Year's
time.
Eve.
right.
It's liquor time.
But they officially start on January 1st, or the 2nd, because they're off the 1st.
So it's going to be a quick move.
Yes, now, you've heard of the northern white rhino. the white rhinoceros,
Yeah.
northern Africa.
They taste so good.
Well, apparently they did, because the last one died.
Oh.
The last male died, and there will never be another white rhino unless they exhume some DNA
and redo it?
find a way to impregnate a female white rhino, if there's any of those left.
Weren't they pretty much killing them for their horns? Isn't that
Yeah.
why they kill rhinos?
Right, the horns bring a lot of money as aphrodisiacs and whatnot. So they've taken to sawing off the horns of rhinos in the wild, but you can't get all of them. They don't like it. And
Well, apparently they have got all of them.
Well,
All the white rhinos.
yeah.
That's not a white rhino, though, is it?
it could be.
No, I don't know.
They don't look like albinos.
It's a suntanned one.
Well, he's
if
pale.
anything.
Now, hey, this weekend, as happens every
Tell me what's
weekend
happening this
around this
weekend. I
time.
need something to do.
Okay, go out and see the motorcycle toy run.
That's one of your favorite things.
Yeah.
We did that on our first show.
We did.
You were right
That's-
on the back of a motorcycle throwing toys to kids, hitting
Toys
them in the
and
mouth with
candies.
dollhouses. You know.
Yeah, basketballs. Now that's Sunday, the motorcycle toy run. It's not just motorcycles. People who have cool classic cars, lowriders, they're invited to join in the procession.
4x4s.
It's $15 to join in. That money goes to,
Where does it start?
starts at the Doniana Community College East Mesa,
Ooh,
right off Sonoma Ranch Boulevard.
that's
That's where they're all
crazy.
joining. And you have from registration is from 9:30 to 11:30 Sunday. And they're calling it Revolution 120. It's not the same group that used to be doing it. So now the group is called Revolution 120, putting it on.
It's Marcy Dickerson's
Marcy
group.
Dickerson's is involved. So Sonoma Ranch Boulevard, 2800 Sonoma Ranch Boulevard. And then they're going to ride down Sonoma Ranch Boulevard to University, hang a left on University, and go to the Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum, where all the
So
toys.
they won't get anywhere near the actual city.
Not
in
really.
a way. They
Not
just
really.
stay away from all the
on the
traffic.
northern rim. And all these toys are distributed to 7 charities serving underprivileged children. And
So that means we'll be getting some. What kind of toys did you want?
I don't know. I'll think maybe a
Scary monster.
scary Barbie.
Scary clown Barbie.
So the parade starts at 12 noon.
So you could watch it if you stand anywhere on Sonoma Ranch
You can
or
line Sonoma Ranch Boulevard
Yeah.
or University Avenue north of there.
east.
Yes.
East.
They're going to go right past Centennial High School,
Yeah.
then turn left there.
I'm
So-
not getting up for that.
It's at noon.
Exactly my point.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
At noon, God, it's like that's like a normal hour to be awake. I mean, who ever heard of it? The only thing you do at noon is like wake up or have duels in the Old West.
Oh, at high noon.
High noon.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
the minimum wage increase that you just mentioned
Did I?
is, well, you know, the minimum wage right now is $10.10 in the city of Las Cruces.
Right now.
Right. The state's minimum wage is $9. We're at $10.10, and
Yes.
it's going to increase January 1st to $10.25.
So 15 cents an hour.
More an hour. Yes, and then in 2021 it's going to go up to $10.65. And the owner of Pickwick says when that happens, no more Pickwicks. He's going out of business. He can't afford to be in all of
Hard to believe. He also said that when it goes up that much, he loses $600,000 a year. So
Yes.
he has to raise his products
Yes.
$1.8 million a year to
Yeah.
make up for that loss.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you I don't buy alcohol at his place because it's too expensive, as is most everything else, except maybe gas. Gas is competitively priced, but he only has 86 octane. He doesn't have the 87 that I like.
Oh yes, well there's only one or two places in town that does have that. We were over, Pickwick is always getting people in little by little, right? And all day long there's a little business.
Yeah.
Thursday night we were over there because it was the only place to get some fast food at night.
Santa Fe Grill?
It was, well, no, Subway.
Oh,
yeah,
the one on University.
Yeah, and it was really busy.
That's a very busy one with
It's amazing.
all the eateries they have in there.
They have 3 different eateries. They have, the interesting thing, I know you dislike the price of their booze, they get booze that nobody else does.
I think by accident.
Yeah, I think they just
closeouts or something.
What do you got is what they say. What do you got? Give it to me.
Right. Well, look, there's states that have a higher minimum wage now already than we're going to have.
Yes, but those states are wealthier states. You talk about maybe Santa Fe having a higher minimum wage. Life, the cost of living is higher there.
Yes, but
Washington State is expensive.
California, they pay higher money in property taxes though, and all kinds of other taxes. Yet they can still stay in business with those higher minimum wages.
And the paper talking about minimum wage said that 40 businesses went out this past year after this raise in rates.
But not all
as
just
we've
because
discussed.
Of that.
Yes, there's other reasons. Some people go into businesses
not
knowing how to do business.
Yes.
And
or they're just
who knows why?
lame.
And what do you consider a business? Somebody who decides to be an Avon representative or one of those things.
They come and go.
Yeah.
So Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Mary Kay. I mean, you paint your Cadillac pink and then you don't make money. Think about that. You just wasted all that money painting your Cadillac.
Mary Kay got rich.
It has to be a 1967 high-fin Cadillac.
Who doesn't like a pink Cadillac?
To fit in.
Now, talking about a business that went out of business.
Yeah? What?
The waiters delivery service. Or they ever go to restaurants and deliver the food to your house? Did you ever use them?
Luckily, I watched this show because this is the first I've heard of them.
Oh. Well,
I mean, really, there are many services. In fact, McDonald's and other places have services that they own.
Well, yes, you have
Albertsons
Albertsons now delivers.
Uber does. Target delivers.
Walmart now delivers.
So what's Waiter? Oh,
That's the name of the company, Waiter.
It's like one guy who made up a logo, right?
They're nationwide, but they're closing the store in Las Cruces and Santa Fe because they just weren't making it.
Because there's a lot of competition.
I guess.
And a lot of people like to drive and get stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, every pizza place delivers, except for the one Roadrunner, I think.
Right.
I think that's the only one.
And so,
well, what do you say?
Luna Rosa doesn't
Who else?
deliver.
Luna Rosa does.
I have to go.
I guess that's a seating.
I drive clear across town to
and
get their
Zaffiro's
pizzas.
doesn't either.
No, they don't.
Zaffiro's.
Those are the two best pizzas.
Did we talk about Zaffiro's the other day about how they have a new owner?
Yes,
and the owner didn't
just
provide free food.
No more free bread.
But then he got free bread back.
Because people complain.
You're right.
Yes.
They have great bread.
Well,
we're going to have to try their bread on the break because we're going to go on a break now.
We'll take a break right
now. And have Bellini number 2. Thanks, Debbie, for this container.
I'll see you right back here on Double Talk.
Bye-bye. What's this, beer?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff.
Oh, good. Oh, I'll start making this.
You found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
We are back to Double Talk. Mike's hitting the bottle.
Trying to hit the bottle, man,
And,
get enough peach. Oh, even the thin stuff is thick. Well, we'll just pour it in.
Let's just go with the
Yeah,
thick stuff.
we'll just go with this.
We're trying to strain the
Yes.
peach
The actual
puree.
pure puree.
But it's too thick to
Which isn't
strain.
that pureed, yes.
But this is what we learn on the show when we do things like this.
Right, because we don't have a pre-show.
That's right. Everything here is improv and live.
Nothing's rehearsed, obviously. Okay, so let's see if we get the same amount here, just to make it. Oh God, that's thick.
You need more?
Well, it's got to be in here. It's close enough.
So,
Keep talking.
there's a holiday sale going on this weekend, Saturday, from 10 to 4. It's the Holiday Artists Sale. And 7 artists have gotten together. They're going to bring in
That's
their wares.
incredible. Artists don't usually get together.
That's true. And they're going to bring in their wares, sculptures and paintings and all kinds of things they've made, probably fabric items as well.
Fabric design, yes.
That's going to be at 714 East Loman. 614 East
Where
Loman.
is that? What's that?
It's
building
called
you said?
Clay and Studio. Clay and Studio.
What-
Las Cruces. Clay
Is that
and
the guy's
Studio.
name?
I don't know. I don't even know how this place exists without me knowing about it. But it's one block,
Because you care so much about clay?
it's one block past Mesquite. If you're going up Loman, allegedly. That looks nice.
Oh, it's foamy.
Yeah, fully nice.
And I'm doing it so maybe
that's-
we have.
That's going on from 10 to 4 today.
He's very. Nobody can see this because we have a purple thing in front of it. Better you don't see it.
So we're not done yet.
Wait.
We're not done yet.
This is the best part. Is the schnapps. Oh, that's enough. I think. I think that's the secret. It thins out the puree.
Well, sir, it's a little bit different recipe, but with the same concept in
Let's
mind.
see what it does.
It's slightly more tart because of the actual peaches.
Yeah, we could use. No, I think I put more schnapps in here. Have some more of this.
Okay. Might as well finish that off, Mike. You can't keep that.
Might as well.
Sparkling
there's a lot
wine
in here.
doesn't last forever.
I know, that's why you got. The only reason you make baby bottles of this. Well, we have a whole drink here, don't we?
This is called a split. You can't find splits everywhere
Yeah, this is a quarter of a full bottle.
of a bottle.
let's see how it
Strangely
tastes.
enough, Walmart
I
had
like
that.
cooking.
It's not bad.
More prosecco-y. That's pretty good. I think the white peach would do it. I'm thinking you could also do it with apricot.
White peaches are hard to find, even when they're in season.
Yeah, same as white rhinos.
That's true.
Ever go to a white rhino sale? They have those in January when you go buy sheets.
Well,
Oh no, that's a white
elephant.
elephant one. So yeah, if you bought white rhino sheets, you kept getting stuck in the butt when you go to bed. Anyway,
Now, also
keep
going on tonight. If you like flamenco dancing, then who doesn't?
I like that flamenco.
Well, you're going to see some of the best flamenco dancing that you're going to see ever. Flamenco by La Emi.
La Emmy.
La Emi, they're very, very well-known flamencos.
You didn't get a close-up of her face. She's got do we have a close-up? Oh yes, that's a great picture.
Yes?
Very flamenco-y.
That's tonight at Hotel Encanto in the big ballroom.
What you expect
7:30.
of a flamenco dancer.
Doors open at 7.
If you don't like mariachi, go anyway because the dancing is great.
Oh, yeah, it's more than just, it's not just mariachi
It's a
at all.
story. It's a story. It's wonderful things going on.
Yeah, it's almost like,
That's
you know,
pretty
it's
good.
like sex without the sex, with couples dancing together, you know, kind of like a waltz or a tango.
Yeah, I know what sex without sex is.
Well,
I
I'm
do it
talk-
all the time.
Oh, well, you would
yeah.
know. Yeah. What's it like?
I can't tell. You got to do it yourself to understand.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So what are we on? Are you going out with the flamenco dancer?
I wouldn't mind.
Oh.
Now Sunday, this coming Sunday, tomorrow actually, there's a place called Moonbow's Book Nook. Have you been there? We like books and we like literature.
That's not Denise's place, is it?
No.
What is that place?
Moonbow's Book Nook.
I'm glad you read the small print in the paper.
It's on 225 East Idaho, number 32. That's in about a Chinese restaurant you like, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah it is.
Across the street from the now closed Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes, or the Salvation Army. Is
Yes.
that Salvation Army? Or what is that? That's a Goodwill place.
It's a thrift store. I think it's
Yes,
Salvation Army. Anyway, it's all books by local writers from this region, not just Las
really?
Cruces. Yeah,
That's quite hopeful.
And that's-
we do have a lot of writers in this region.
we know, and that's from 2 to 4 on Sunday. And
So you got to hit it while it's still open.
and the writers will be there, and they'll sign your book if you want them when you buy it. And you can look at all the books they have for sale there. So that's a good deal, a pretty good deal.
Wow. So yes, what's the third? That's
Well, they have none.
that's coming up.
This coming Thursday, next week,
Yeah.
there's going to be a free concert at Good Samaritan there in their auditorium. And that's going to be
Take that book off. Yeah. Songs from
World War I and II. And that could be good. There's a lot of good music that came out of that era.
You're one of my favorite songs. I use when flamenco people or mariachi people come over and ask me what I want to hear.
That's what it is.
And I say, I want to hear Over There.
Oh, and then,
Yes,
okay.
and
they
they try to
over
go
there.
over there. Yeah.
And you won't hear When Johnny Comes Marching Home.
Because that was Civil War.
Civil War, yes. And so that's going on Thursday, free concert. And Friday, it's coming
Good
Friday.
Sam, that's pretty good.
Author Ann Hillerman, her picture was just up there.
Tony Illerman's daughter, right?
Daughter or widow?
I think it's his daughter.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
She's
You
an
read
author.
the article. I'm
She's
just
written
making this stuff up.
She's written 11 books.
Wow.
And she's going to be at Barnes & Noble Friday night at 6 o'clock. She'll be signing books. She's got a new book out that she's promoting here in Las
So
Cruces.
we're giving you a whole 5-day warning to get there.
We are.
Yeah. It's a long... Who does that look like? Does that look like Tony Hillerman or somebody he'd marry?
Well, I don't know. And you know, the article I read about her didn't say whether she's... I assumed it was
think
his
she's
wife.
a daughter. I don't know. So who knows? We'll see.
Yes. Now, you know, as we like to remind people here, regarding the Las Cruces channel, we're going to be going live soon on Facebook.
What does that mean?
That
What is
means-
Facebook? Oh, you press the live button rather than the go into your scroll?
Whatever you,
Yeah.
whatever you will see on this channel here, Channel 98, will be live on Facebook first, probably. You know, this may be
Really?
on, that
Really?
will be on tape delay here eventually, but live on Facebook. That's how we do it now. And we're taking submissions
If you want to be a producer,
from producers.
we are going to get paid double.
Yeah, what we're getting now.
Yeah. We're getting double for Double Talk, and that'll work. Oh, this next thing is a kind of interesting thing. Are we up to that? Devil's Mistress?
Well, we can be up to that
We
if we're
can be
ready
up
for
to
it.
that.
But before I get to that,
Yes, keep going.
we're looking for
Oh.
people who want to do their own television show right here in the Las Cruces studio. Just like Michael and I do, and just like Meyer Stahl does, and all the others who do a show here. And all the candidates that's running for office came in here.
If you're
and
planning on running at any point,
did
now's the time to get in.
infomercials. Yeah.
Get your voice out there.
Yeah, there's an election next year.
Become known.
We're going to be busy
That's
again.
a big election year.
Yeah. So if you want to do a show, or you know anybody else who might want to do a show, you can do anything you want to.
So
You can
and
do a
we're-
flea market if you
We're
want.
actually addressing Mayor Bloomberg to come on because he needs visibility in
He does.
small places like here.
Well, he's on the ballot now in
He is
Arkansas.
in Arkansas. What a great idea! Start with Arkansas.
And then he's going to be on the ballot in Alabama. Does he think he has to do it alphabetically?
That was if he was starting with Alabama, and then
Yeah, you got it mixed up.
Arkansas. Yeah,
They have different primary times.
it works.
So that's happening. Yes, and what we're going to be talking about next is a movie that was filmed here in New Mexico in Las Cruces back in 1965, I believe.
Wasn't that guy your teacher?
Yeah, it was directed by Orville Bud Wanzer, who was the film professor at the university. He was my film professor when I went to film school here. And he did a film called The Devil's Mistress. Shot it entirely here. He wrote it, directed it, edited it. And then his distributor just kind of dumped it. he couldn't even get a copy for himself
Oh.
once he turned it over
Wasn't
to
he
a
the guy
distributor.
that created the film library over at the
Pretty much.
foreign language
Yes,
area?
he did.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a screening of The Devil's Mistress December 5th at the Rio Grande Theater, and it's going to be hosted by Julia Louisa Smith, PhD.
Is she a PhD now?
She's doing.
She's doing her PhD?
She's done with it, and
Wow,
she's doing.
congratulations.
She's doing her. She's doing a documentary on Bud Wanzer.
And she wants everybody there.
And
I'm going to try to be there.
She's going to. She may be on the show next week.
That's
She may
good.
come on this show and talk about The Devil's Mistress. She knows a great deal about it, probably more than anybody else these days.
Because you don't know anything. And I don't know
I've seen it.
anything about it. Yes.
We had a screening of it about 5 years ago at the Fountain Theater. Jeff Berg put that on.
Oh.
And that was the first time I had seen it. And so that should be
So that should
interesting.
be good. So December 5th coming up. Oh, we have a message here from the producer. See Double Talk in your dreams.
On
on YouTube. On YouTube.
Then it'll be in your dreams.
Yes, we're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube worldwide.
If you want to see any specific show, write the date with the little periods in between the month and day.
So
Otherwise, you get anyone they want to send you. Because you look it up. Have you ever looked at it straight? Just look up Double Talk.
they're
Anything
not in
comes up.
order. You just get
Yeah,
whatever is on
it's
top.
kind of weird.
That week.
So, oh, I don't know what he said.
I don't know what that
We'll
was.
come back next week. We'll discuss what our producer just said so that you can see Double Talk on your TV anytime you want. If you want a recipe for this,
Rewind the show.
try to find some good peach puree, and that's the secret, I think.
You can get frozen peaches or canned peaches. Puree them up yourself in a blender.
I think you still need sugar. So here's to a sweet week.
Thanks for watching Double Talk. Chunky, but not bad.
Must be healthy. Tastes like fruit, doesn't it?
Tastes healthy.
Awesome.